On this episode of Geek Dad Life, we're going to unbox all of the 2021 PowerCon Motu Origins exclusives. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Geek Dad Life. It's your host, Jay Glatfelter here. Yes, for today, instead of Toy Geeks, since John is traveling back home, I figured, we could do a special live unboxing on Boxing Day. Come on, it's too perfect not to do an unboxing video, especially a live one in the normal Toy Geeks time slot. Excited to see everybody in the chat tonight. Let's say hello. We got Master Farm, Michael Palmer, Goats and Stuff, Retro Action UK, Evil Villain, Flash 739. I'm here because I saw everything YouTube had to offer and it stinks. I'm sorry, Flash. David Netherton, David V, Old Nasty, C and J Experience, Yo-Yo Jansen's here, your king, John Rhodes, Nelson A, Cobweb. I got 3 sets and only opened Grayskull. Maybe this will get me into the other ones. I guess I don't have a he got 3, but you'll get a... He got 2! Which we just watched that the other day. It was great. Jeff Morris, Space Cowboy, Galactus for Mac. Happy holidays. Hope everyone had a safe and fun day. Indeed. We are only a day after Christmas. And we have the start of Kwanzaa today, as well as Boxing Day, in which this video is in honor of. We also have Jonathan Snell, Toy Connections, Todd Smith, Robert, Skagag, Judy, Bullwinkle 80, Koku Sun, Boo Cat, James, Phineas Bog, Michael Shields, Overman, Hung Wen is here. Hey, y'all. Hello, everybody. All right. Yes, excited to finally crack these things open. And, they're still in the shipper boxes. I haven't even taken them out. And I know I've seen plenty of pictures. I know John from Toy Geeks. I know a whole bunch of people have gotten them. I think I saw Ryan open up, or no, maybe it wasn't Ryan. Maybe it was Craig. I can't remember now. On Toy Anxiety, opened up the Mysteries of Grayskull pack, which is actually right up there. It's so many boxes you can't even say it all in shot. But anyway, this is like you're going to get my true, honest reaction to these figures. Which I thought would be fun. It can either be fun or disastrous. It can go either way. But that's kind of the exciting part about doing these things live. But before I get into any of this, the action figure community lost a legend, especially in terms of Masters of the Universe, as well as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But the great Mark Taylor passed away on December 24th. And if you don't know who he is, I mean, he's arguably one of, if not the main driving creative force of all the things that we love about Masters of the Universe. Here are some clips from his appearance in season 1 of Toys That Made Us, especially the He-Man episode. So I could not do this episode without, giving honor to Mark Taylor and wish his family well. And you will be missed, but the great work that you accomplished and did and added to all of the things that we love as toy collectors will live on. All right, now let's crack this thing open. All right, which one should I do first? I know John is like just so in love with the Horde 4-pack. The Duplicate Faker set is pretty cool as well. What will be my fave of all of this? I think it's going to be Mysteries of Grayskull. I think that's going to be my favorite. But will my mind change as these open up? But let me know in the chat, which one do you all want to see me open first? I will give the chat honors of picking which one we open up. I see 4-pack from Goats and Stuff. Anybody that's the main vote getter so far. Then maybe I should Goats and Stuff. Maybe I should just open it, unless nobody else says otherwise. The 4-pack will be it. Exactly, Darthane. Hey guys, it's a Motu night. Is it? Yes, it is. It's a Motu night again. Not Toy Geeks tonight. It's just a normal Geek Dad live unboxing. Duplicate, another 4-pack. Hordak, Horde 4-pack. So I gotta go Horde. That seems to be the prevailing thought here. And then seemingly Duplicate will be next because that kind of seems to be there. So we'll do it in that order. We'll do the Horde set, then we'll do the Faker Duplicate, Leo Faker Duplicate set, and then we'll do The Mysteries of Grayskull last. So let me try and move this around a little bit. I only have one shot here with the one camera. It is a tougher part about doing this stuff live is, you can always kind of take as many shots as you need, or how much, you shoot different cameras and different angles and all that kind of stuff. But with live, I got one camera so far. Maybe one day I can do a multi-cam live unboxing setup. But anyway, the shipper box is pretty simple. We got the Horde symbol on the front. Now, I don't know if mine are from PowerCon. So I got these from Val. It was that crazy situation where we had to PayPal extra shipping money to have them shipped to us. But, they did a good job. It was funky, but it works. So these are the PowerCon versions of these guys. And so I don't know if the normal releases have them. Maybe the chat can let me know. But these are from PowerCon and also have those exclusive cards as well that came with them. And then on the back, we have the 4 figures we're getting in this set with the darker faced Grizzlor, the Filmation style Hordak, and then the 2 different Horde troopers. Is John hiding behind? No, John is traveling. So that's why we're having a special live unboxing tonight in place of the normal Toy Geeks. But Toy Geeks will happen this week. John and I need to do our predictions for 2022. And anywho, let's open it up. Let's see. I have not seen this packaging yet. If you did watch Toy Geeks last Sunday, this was one of John's top 5 toys of 2021 on packaging alone. So let's see. I will look at it with my own eyes and see if it does live up to the love that John gave it. And it looks amazing already. Wow. I don't want to. Let's see. Should I pull it out this way? It's pretty tightly packed in there. There's a lot of that's what she says I can put in. Here we go.
That's what she said.
Once I'll probably have to say it in a second. Here we go. Oh my gosh. All right. For starters, just this side looks amazing. Look at the detail on this thing. Wow. Slime Pit looks great. All right, let's turn around and we're going to see the figures here. Oh, wow. Wow, these look great. In box, they look great. So for people that are just keeping it in box, I don't blame them because you get a really good look of the figures. But I will be opening this thing up. So for those that maybe haven't opened theirs or they don't want to open theirs, I'm saving you the stress of having to make that decision. All right. So what's really cool about this, as far as I know and have seen, is kind of should pull closed here and extend the seam. And boom, it does. Oh, wow. This looks amazing. And let's look at it on the top. Can I pull back enough? Let's see. This thing looks incredible. Oh, and there's my PowerCon's cards taped to the bottom. I don't want to rip the cardboard, though. Let me see if I can carefully kind of cut these. I don't want to open these up. I don't have time to open these up, but maybe I should. I don't know. You can let me know in the chat if you really want me to open up those cards. All right, so let's bring it back around. You see, it still has artwork inside here, even though you probably would never see it. That's amazing. It's kind of dark. It's hard to see, but wow. This is incredible packaging. My friend John was correct in that assumption. Are you gonna let's see, Space Cowboy, are you gonna contact someone on Etsy to convert the box into a lampshade? Maybe I should, since I'm opening this thing up. And I don't know if John's watching right now. He might be watching. He won't watch after that, but I'll be like, that maybe I won't spoil a future gift for him. Maybe I can get somebody to make him a lamp with it as a lampshade. All right. So thinking about how to open this thing up without just hacking it to pieces. There's 4 pieces of tape by the looks of it that's holding this in right here. So let's just, I think, just cut along there. And it should open up for us. A lot of people are saying they'd love to see the cards. All right. All right. Yeah, I'd love to see the cards from Comics. Definitely check out Comics' YouTube channel, by the way. I think he has been doing some really good TMNT stuff over there. Definitely try to open up the cards. All right, I will open up the cards after this. I promise. I promise. All right. Let's see. I think I cut them all. All right, and let's just pull this. Oh, this is super easy. So I'm just going to move this to the side real quick just to take a look at this artwork in the back behind the figures. And really, this could still work as a display piece. Like if you just want to set up your figures here, even maybe some of the other Horde figures as we get them. Because this is nice in a firm, solid display case in a way. So that's great. That's awesome. I love that. So we'll have this as our backdrop for these figures. This just comes off like that. And then we've got all 4 figures in a bubble. And it looks like we've got a lot of little bands here. So let's see if I can just snap them in the back so I don't have to worry about damaging anything in the front. I'm going to use these actually just to make sure. Got some classic Horde bows in red and green for the holidays. There's got a silver one here. And then Hordak has his classic white one as well as some other accessories that are bagged. So we'll take a look at those in a second. Let me just cut that off, actually. That'll be easier. Are there any other bands? Let's get them in the front. And for those of you wondering what I'm using to cut these open, guitar string cutters, because they're rounded and I don't have to worry about accidentally cutting up a figure in the process. There's no sharp ends to them. I'll be able to get that one. I'll take up this first Horde Trooper here. So this is my first interaction with the Horde Trooper. Oh, there's even more. Darn it. There we go. They're tightly packaged in here, I'll tell you that much. Holy moly. All right, there we go. The staff. I'm blanking now on which versions of these are those we've talked about on the show before, and I'm totally blanking live. But these are based off of that kind of toy line in the 90s or early 2000s that kind of used the same molds and casted a bunch of the Horde Troopers in different colors. They're awesome. Space Cowboy. I know the knife does induce anxiety. But sometimes it's easier to kind of get in there and get stuff. But usually I'll use the guitar string cutters as an FYI. All right, let's pull out Hordak next. I think I got that one already. Okay, good. Those aren't popped off. Luckily, it should just pop back in. Hopefully. There we go. So out of all the Hordaks, this would probably be the one that I would want to display the most. I thought Super 7 did a pretty good job with their Filmation version of the vintage one. I've had that in my vintage display for a while. So let's just get him out here. First impressions. Stuff's fine. All right, let's keep it going with Grizzlor. That's it. I'm done playing nice with this thing. Good Lord. All right. We'll start with the Horde Troopers. I feel like they're the easiest. And honestly, the ones I'm most excited about. I'm really excited that we're going to get kind of the normal colorway. I guess it's a little bit more pearlescent than the other ones. But really excited to get them. I love the troop building component. I think I have 2 vintage ones. I've had 3 or 4 at different times. But they're just really cool. And these do have the action feature. So let's try this out. Or at least it seemed like they did. Maybe they don't. I thought they did. It just popped out on me. Maybe they just pop open. You have to like really push it, maybe. Okay. You have to really push it. It's not an instantaneous thing. So there you go. Boom. So that's awesome. And I believe the other one will just be a normal retail release. So it'll have the action feature in a normal retail release, which is a little bit more unique. Because usually they save those for the deluxe versions. Their bows are okay, but honestly, I'm more for the staffs on the Horde Troopers. So I don't think I'm going to display them with those. But at least you got some different versions, which is pretty cool. All right, and then the Hordak. I think he looks okay. The head sculpt looks really cool. The actual body armor itself, honestly, looks a little sloppy. Like the silver paint looks a little sloppy. Kind of it just it doesn't have the same sharpness as some of the other figures in this set. But maybe I just have higher expectations for it. But still, I absolutely prefer this colorway. So this should be, interchangeable with maybe future arm and hand attachments. That'd be awesome. Let's look at his accessories. Nelson asks, do you think the Horde pack is worth a $230 to $250 aftermarket value? Whew, that I don't know. Honestly, like I paid retail for this. I got it as part of my ticket to PowerCon. So I know I'm fortunate enough that I don't have to worry about the secondary market prices on these. All that being said, I 4 figures, I think the math on that 250 or probably like 50 some odd dollars a figure. Do I think they are worth that? I don't know. That's what the 2019 PowerCon set was, right? The Lords of Power set was like 50 some odd dollars a figure. They end up releasing most of them at retail anyway. And so that kind of also made it a bit of a bummer. I can't really use the imp shield here when he's using this hand. And so it just depends. I think, you're thinking you're going to get the more normal colorway version of these troopers. And then you're also going to get a Grizzlor. Maybe it won't be the darker face Grizzlor, but it'll still be a Grizzlor, the same. And, I bet you maybe they'll do a more slimmed down version of this Hordak in the Filmation colorway. So I think then it becomes, do you really want the packaging and all of that? Then maybe you want to spend the 230. But honestly, just me personally, I probably wouldn't have dropped that because I feel like it's what they did with the Lords of Power set. We're probably going to get a lot of this at retail. But still, this Hordak looks great. You have 2 different head sculpts. I think I actually dig this one more. The second one. I don't know. Let me know in the chat. What do you think? But I kind of like this face better than this face. What to do? What to do? Well, right now I'll leave him with the head sculpt that he came with here. The ankles look a little weak on this one. Like, look, it looks really thin, or it's like kind of detached a little bit. I want to be able to like kind of push that back in or fix it. But that is a little concerning since these pegs are so small. I don't want to break it live. So I'm just going to set it right here for right now and worry about that later. All right. And then last but not least is this version of Grizzlor with the darker face. I personally, this is my vintage one, is this version of Grizzlor, which I guess is the rarer version. So I'm really glad I got him in this set. And in terms of, this is my first time seeing this figure and seeing the fur. It is definitely a fur sweater around the normal buck underneath. And you can kind of feel it as such, like it doesn't feel connected to the actual body, so that is something of note. And then the head itself, it seems to kind of be, I don't want to break mine, but it kind of just seems like a head of hair that they attach to the head sculpt, if you will. But still, I think if you're gonna do a Grizzlor, he should be furry. Just, I like my Grizzlor furry. And yeah, I think he looks really cool. He has two hands, so you can actually have an open hand on both of them for the Grizzlor. But yeah, I think this Grizzlor looks awesome. So there you have it. There's all four of them open. And the question is, do I think these guys were worth it for what I paid retail? Absolutely. The packaging, everything like that. But are they worth that $230, $250 price tag? I don't know. I don't know. Let me know in the chat what you think there. But I personally do not think it is worth that price. And I think if you're really kind of hesitant about the price, wait, see what they release in retail, and kind of see how it goes there. Because for everybody that bought the last set because they really wanted that version of Merman, well, they released them anyway. Sure, it had less paint apps, but we got them anywho. Yeah, most people are agreeing $200 is way too much. Ray Alonso, after getting these sets in hands, not worth the current selling prices. I would agree with that as well. I would agree with that. It's an amazing set. Don't get me wrong. But I think I got all of these sets for that maybe 240, 250 or something like that. So keep that in mind for anybody that's trying to buy them right now, because it is really expensive. Comics, I recently bought a vintage Grizzlor on eBay, and he definitely got a little bath when he arrived. Space Cowboy, rooted hair Grizzlor. Does that make him a doll? I think you could all technically call them dolls, but he only invented the action figure term to make it seem more appealing to boys. What with G.I. Joe or whatever. But still, this set is great. And again, this is just them sitting in the box. So even if you open it, you can still utilize this amazing packaging. You really can. It can almost be like your little carrying case for him. You can close it up and take your horde with you on the road, which is pretty cool. But anywho, I really, really love this set. Was it worth my original paying for this? Absolutely. Is it worth the secondary prices? I don't think so. Let me move on. I want to do a big shot of all of them once we're done. Okay. Next up, Blackface. They're all dolls. They always were. My wife gave me a drink tonight in my Geek Dad Life glass. So thank you, Colleen, for that. Drinking bourbon here, whatever you're drinking at home, whether it's water or anything. Cheers to everyone. Hopefully your holidays have been going well. Hopefully you got everything you wanted for Christmas. Colleen usually hates buying presents. I just buy what I want anyway. Case in point, these things. But she did get me the Tron arcade one up. I got to do a video on it. It's awesome. I freaking love it. So that was my big Christmas gift this year. And she also got me the deluxe, super deluxe Get It Be records, which was a lot of fun. Black Star Ninja, being an opener and a Mint Box collector, these sets are killing my wallet. I like a third of each, just keep sealed in the shipper box, but I can't afford it. Good Lord, yeah. And again, that's where for me, I can't. There's just no way I can afford doing that. So I much rather have them open, displayed, having fun with them. And I just have to kind of forego having a sealed collection. I don't have enough room for it, and it's just Space Cowboy in response to him saying they're all dolls always, where I'll give one to you, Space Cowboy. Here we go. Oh wait, I said I would open those cards. Where'd those cards go? They ran off somewhere. Here they are. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot to open the cards. Roberto, my duplicate came with a defect in the paint on the saddle. Oh no. James asks, hey Jay, just wondering, what do you do with your boxes after you open them, throw them out, or keep them, store them? I think it depends. Like if it's these convention exclusives, I try to keep them as intact as possible, just because they're so amazing. And then for more normal releases, I just try to cut the cards to their card art, and then kind of keep them stacked in a shipper box or something like that. But I don't keep the bubbles or things along those lines. I just don't have room. Honestly, most of them are in the garage anyway. All right, so the main differentiating factor between what you get on Mattel Creation the day after PowerCon, or if you got the PowerCon exclusive sets, are these exclusive cards. And it was, I felt bad for the PowerCon crew because these were stuck on a shipping sail barge, and we didn't get them. A lot of us flew. I flew from the East Coast to the West Coast, and hoping that I was coming home with some of these exclusives, and that wasn't the case. And but then Mattel was just like, you can buy them anyway on our website the next day. And a lot of people did, and they came well before all of us PowerCon peeps got theirs. But one of the things said, well, you're getting these exclusive cards, which is pretty cool. So let's open these up. And if some people I don't even know, are these worth anything? Am I kind of like devaluing my collection by opening these up? Should I save these for 30 years and then send them off to be graded? These are really sealed together. I don't want to tear it apart. I want to try and keep it. There we go. As together as possible. All right. Here we go. Let's look at these cards. This is what came with the Horde set. And it's kind of like this puzzle thing. Oh, I guess they all eventually make a art puzzle. So this set comes with 3 cards. One is this He-Man card. It's a thick card stock. This is significantly thicker than a baseball card or something like that. So it's pretty heavy. It is like a puzzle piece. Like it has that thickness and consistency to it. You also got Hordak with a bit of art on the back of his, which you can see if you know Nate Barch's fantastic Grayskull artwork. You'll probably recognize that scene right there from the Grayskull box art. And then Skeletor as well. I think this is the Axel Jimenez and Francisco art with the Nate Barch and Cruz Grayskull artwork on the back. And this one has nothing, just as Masters of the Universe. So those are the cards. If there is an insane premium on having these cards, I do not think it's worth it. But if you're a completist and you need to have them, then I guess you need to have them. But don't feel like you're missing out on too much. They're cool, but I don't think it shouldn't make or break your collection. But it is neat. It's a nice ad for those. The card, if you missed it at the beginning there, room 51, they are taped to the bottom of the Horde packaging. So I didn't know where they would be, and you saw it live. They're just taped there on the bottom. So that's where your PowerCon cards would be. Toys That Glow. First time seeing the cards. Very cool. It's a Geek Dad Life exclusive here on Boxing Day. All right. Let's keep this train rolling. We're going for about 30 minutes. I think this camera's got about 30 minutes until it overheats. So we got to do the last two in 30 minutes. So let's do it. All right. This set I'm really excited about. And let me show the front here. It's kind of a stenciled recreation of the artwork we're going to get. It looks fantastic. And for those that know the history of the Leo Faker and Duplicat, I won't retread too much of it here. Oh, the cards just fell right out. So they were sitting here on the top. So something of note of the Maniacal Mimics 2-pack. And then just as an FYI, they're really tightly packed in here.
That's what she said.
So just be careful when you're trying to take it out. Again, I'm an opener, so I'm not that stressed about it. But holy moly. This really doesn't want to come out. And I don't want to bang up the box. So let me see if I can just push it out. There we go. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh, man. Oh, this looks amazing. Oh, my gosh. The colors, I don't know if it's translating in person as it is right now for me, but oh, my God, it is beautiful. Wow. We'll open up the cards after, but oh, my gosh, this thing looks stunning. The artwork is fantastic. Wow. Again, it's just so freaking colorful. It's the main reason why I love Faker, but oh, look at this. Wow. And the actual, characters in the scene have a slight gloss to them. And it just gives this 3D effect. Oh, it is just beautiful. Wow. That is incredible. So, again, talking about trying to save the packaging, this one needs to be saved. I know John really loves the Horde set, and I do as well, but this one, just the colors on this just really pop. Wow. All right, so let me try to carefully open this one. Because, again, it's very tightly packed. Oh, God, it doesn't even want to. There we go. Whew. Trying to not rip it. I want to save this. I want to frame it and put it on my wall. It's a beaut, Clark. I will say, once you get out of the packaging, it still looks cool, but that packaging was glorious. All right, so Space Cowboy doesn't get too stressed out. Let's use the guitar string cutters here on these guys. Again, I wish there was less of this. I get, I was trying to make sure it doesn't fall out and stuff like that, but it's a pain in the neck. And sometimes if they do it too tight, it'll warp the figures and all sorts of stuff. I've recently started to see the new Hasbro no plastic bubble or whatever boxes and stuff. And I, for one, as an opener, I dig it. It's different, 100%. It looks a little less fancy, but the less of this stuff I have to try and hoard and or toss out, the better, in my opinion. I just want the toys. The worst offender for me still is those Super 7 Ultimates. The boxes are just gigantic and take up so much space. And the artwork's not that compelling. The packaging artwork, anyway. But Motu is one of the few ones where I need to save this art. It is just so beautiful. And it's such a big part of the whole thing. So there is the duplicate. Let's take out, and then we'll kind of really talk about these two once we get them out. Then we've got the Leo Faker, or the Faker in the Leo colorways, which again, I'll probably never own a vintage one. So this will be the closest I get to it. All right, let's take a look at the Faker. It's a little bit more, it's not as vibrant as the normal release is, in my opinion. I really love the normal Motu Origins release for Faker. But still, he has the iconic Leo Faker eyes. And he has the little Skeletor loincloth in his orange colors. And he has his computer printout as well. His stamp is, I'm pretty sure, is the same. He's got the full power sword in his orange color, and he comes with an orange Havoc staff as well. And it all kind of has this pearlescent color to the orange. So I think I still prefer the normal retail release of this, but it's still really cool to get a pretty darn iconic deep cut version of this figure. I mean, I don't know what these things are retailing for right now. It ain't cheap. All right, so that's the Faker. Let's look at the duplicate or copycat, whatever it is, wherever that lineage goes. I can't remember who said in the chat, but their saddle was kind of messed up. Luckily, mine is not. It still has the non-articulated ankles, which I think is such a bummer for this sculpt, because I do really like the Battle Cat, the Panther sculpt, but it does have some unique things added to it, like the sculpting on the face to make him more robotic, which is pretty cool. And then he has these little paw attachments that snap on pretty easy. So there you go. But again, the lack of articulate ankles just makes it look so silly. But it is what it is. It's what we got here. So let's put the Faker on top of his robotic steed. And boom, he looks great. He looks awesome. The saddle, the saddle, the saddle. Take the cat saddle off. Oh man, why have to do it? Why? All right, let's see. Is that what people are saying the issue is? Let's see. Oh, okay. Good call. Good call, everybody. I think I saw this too. It is a VHS tape stamped onto the back. So good call there, chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So that is pretty cool. So is that what was messed up on yours? Hopefully not. But it looks great. And this feels like a much firmer plastic than the other one. It's maybe the pearlescent plastic they use. But still, a really fun set. And this one for me, even more so, maybe shockingly than the Horde set. The art really is the thing that sets this thing apart. The art is incredible. Plus, getting a unique character like Duplicate and getting a kind of deep cut, rare version of the Faker figure is awesome. So that's a really cool set. Really, really love this set. I don't know what this one is going for right now. I assume it's less than the Horde set just because it's a beast and one figure. So let me know in the chat, what are these going for right now? Because this one's really awesome. If it's relatively close to whatever retail was, I say go for it. Because this figure plus this artwork uh, is amazing. So go for it. All right, let's open up the cards that come with Fakor and Duplicat, the Maniacal Mimics. You can see right here in the front, we have She-Ra repping it. So we've got She-Ra as the first card. We have the top of the Castle Grayskull. That's card 1. And then we have Teela as the next card. Ooh, with the face there of Castle Grayskull, the Temple of Darkness Sorceress. And then the last one is Evil-Lyn. So this I guess represents the ladies of Motu. And yep, we have Skeletor and He-Man duking it out, as well as Merman getting a blow from Man-at-Arms, as well as Trapjaw there. So those are your PowerCon exclusive cards that come with the Maniacal Mimics Fakor and Duplicat 2-pack. So again, it's a neat ad, but if all you can get is the Mattel Creations release that doesn't have those, I don't sweat it. I don't, unless you're like a super duper completist, then I'm sorry, I really am. Then I guess you have to get it, but it shouldn't like make or break your purchase, I think. So let's move Duplicat over here. All right, the last set. Here it is, Mysteries of Grayskull. Now, when they first announced all of these, I think this was the set I was most excited for because it's giving us the spacesuit from Castle Grayskull, as well as like a 3D dungeon. It's not just a sticker, and we're getting the Spirit of Grayskull that can work with not only your Motu Origins Grayskull, but also that beautiful Motu Classics Grayskull. So this is the one I was most excited about. It's also the most reasonably priced. What was this thing? It was only like, was it $35 or something insane like that? I don't know. It seems really cheap. Really cheap. Yeah, if somebody in the chat can let us know. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I remember all in, I think it was $260 for all of these. I went to PowerCon's website today and they took everything down from last year. But I know it was $260 for all of them. Yeah, so $30 for this set. I'm seeing here, Jason O'Toole, Mysteries of Grayskull is a bit of a letdown. Hey, listen, don't yuck my yum. I don't know yet, Jason. I don't know. All right. Let's see. Let's open this thing up. But yeah, so I think at $30, the fact you're getting a uniquely tooled figure, convention style packaging, and all the accessories, this was what I was most excited about. In terms of the box, it has this kind of Grayskull door motif as well as the PowerCon logo, and it goes throughout here. So let's open this thing up. So, first off, this box is incredible. This was like $35, $30 for the original price. That's amazing. And as I opened up this gate, the cards fell out. So for those playing at home, the PowerCon cards were inside this box. So there you have that. But let's take a look at the outside before we look on the inside. Yeah. Paid $35 Mattel Creations. Maybe it was $30 through the PowerCon thing. So that's insanely cheap. Love how they've classified what you're getting in this set. Even gives you the new for 21 little signs there. The Explorer spacesuit, Ancient Cosmic Armor. So excited to get that. And Spirit of Grayskull attachment. And Orlax of Primeria, mysterious creature from the Dull of Souls. So let's I agree. The packaging alone is worth $30. So great packaging. I mean, they had to have lost money on this, I assume, right? All right, so let's open this thing up. So there's no bubble or anything. It's just kind of sitting there. So let's see. Does this just come out willy-nilly? Yeah, there you go. This box is sick. Like it has the creatures on the inside there. You could like display figures in this box as well. Again, talking about the box alone being worth $30. I think it is. That's amazing. This is great. All right. So, well, just taking out, what was this thing called again? Orlax of Primaria. Orlax of Primaria. That's this fella's name, this thing's name. So it is Bindi. It's not a very good looking color. It's kind of just this like a poopy silly putty color. But it's fine. And then the Spirit of Grayskull, does it have everything locking it in? It looks like it doesn't. There's this little string here. Ugh. Why does it really need this? Why make it hard for me? Oh, and he's got him on here too. No? Anyway. Spirit of Grayskull. This is kind of funky. It has like rubbery tendrils here coming off the side. And then the middle part is solid plastic. There's your little attachment piece to put it on the kind of one of the turrets of your Castle Grayskull. And I think it looks okay. Maybe it's a little too green for my taste. I was kind of hoping to be maybe a bit more of a blue or like a blue white. I think it would pop better on the Grayskull. I don't have my Grayskull handy. Maybe I should have dragged it out for this, but it looks a little too much like the Grayskull green, which I think will be a little too much same for me. Mecha Manblade. I saw this set at a convention. They were asking $300. Whew. Dang. Yeah, that's that's a pass. Jason O'Toole says the packaging figure are awesome, but the Dwell of Souls doesn't actually fit the castle. Well, that's a fair critique there, if that's the case. Plus, this little turd gets attached to it. Oh man! All right, let's take this out. It does look bigger than what would fit there. It has the space here to connect to it, so it'll kind of just sit off of it, I assume. Again, even when they show us it for the first time, I think this is, I mean, again, it's a $30 set, so this was clearly like a throw-in. But it'd been cool if it was like an additional sticker. Oops, they could have put here just to give it some depth, because it doesn't seem like a very functional. And maybe somebody third party could do that. Probably get just like a sticker that would go right here, because it's silly just to have no space for your actual Dwell of Souls. So I totally understand that. And this can't really fit with it on the grate. So I guess you have to like put it on without it. And so, yeah, all you get is essentially a piece of Grayskull with this grate that goes up, and this kind of poopy brown monster. So I appreciate the effort, but I can understand people are kind of disappointed by this one. And then let's take the thing where I was really showing up for this thing for, which is the spacesuit. It is something that I always loved, like adored with the original Castle Grayskull. it kind of ties into those early mini comics and how this was a place, using technology from a different time. And so I just love the idea that Castle Grayskull had all these like ancient futuristic technologies inside of it, and the spacesuit was a big part of that. So when they announced this set, this is the reason why this set was the one I was most excited about. And having it in hand, how does it stack up? It's awesome. It's really cool. It's a lot of new sculpting, which again, for a $30 convention exclusive set is crazy. But the helmet attaches to his little oxygen tank here. The armor is all pretty solid. He's got his little arm cannon here. Trying to see what's like been reused. Maybe I'm just missing it, but I'm just not seeing a lot of reuse here. I mean, maybe the shins from Trapjaw, etc. Maybe the arms a little bit. And again, it's probably just a normal, human buck under there, but the armor's all new. This thing's awesome. Overman says space suit is the best part of the set for sure. I think for the money, Etsy has better versions of the Spirit of Grayskull and the Great. You're probably right. You're probably 100% right. But again, if you think about it, like a deluxe set at retail is what, 20 some odd dollars? So you're getting this figure, the convention packaging, this figure has a whole bunch of new tooling, the packaging, plus these two rather large accessories for $30, I think does make it a really good set. But if conventions are charging, when you're at a convention and they're charging $300, again, I don't know what like the secondary prices on eBay are right now, but if it's more than that, or if it's around there, then no, it is not worth that at all. Especially, as it was said here, that on Etsy you can get versions of these that are better. And we can almost guarantee that we'll get the spacesuit as a normal release, right? I would assume we'll get the spacesuit as a normal release. So, I think this is a really awesome figure. All right, now let's open up that last pack of cards. Move these guys out of the way. Boom. Okay, here you are. The last set of the PowerCon exclusive cards. Again, if you're just joining now, this is kind of the exclusive thing aside from the PowerCon branding on the boxes, the outside shipper boxes. This is what separates the PowerCon exclusives versus the ones that were dropped on Mattel Creation. It is a perfect thing, I think, just because it doesn't detract from the set at all if you don't have it, I think. But it's a nice ad. All right, so this set comes with Man-at-Arms. And I'd be curious to see if it's the same on every single package. Like the equivalent cards come with the equivalent sets. I would assume it is, just to make it easy to keep track. So Man-at-Arms is the first card. He has the, it looks like, is that upper right shot from the Grayskull artwork. Beastman is your next one. And he has the back side of Grayskull. The back side of water. And the last card is Merman. And he has that bottom portion. Now let me see if I can arrange these real quick. And then see if I can like move my camera to get the shot. If I just do it right now so you can see this. So again, it has like a puzzle piece consistency to the cardboard. So it I guess if you wanted to frame it or something. So Evelyn has the bottom here. And then Tila has that right there. She-Ra has the top. There you go. Exactly. Now the chat's going to judge your puzzle skills. I'm doing it live. It's so stressful. All right, let's see. I think this goes right here. It goes right there. And then we've got the Masters of the Universe logo up on the top right there. And there is there's the puzzle. I love this combo. You got merman, go fish. Oh my god. Okay, it's cool. That's neat. That's pretty neat. I think it's nice that there was something there, because it was a bit of a stress and a hassle with the whole PowerCon exclusive situation. And then the added stress of Mattel Creation Mattel just sold them anyway. And so, I would have gone to PowerCon regardless, but it definitely was part of it, buying it all up front and getting there and being a part of the convention and all that kind of stuff. And we only just got our boxes full of them, a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, a couple weeks ago. So it's neat that they threw these in for sure. Agreed, Mecha Manblade. So Brian, you should have sold the cards. Kind of stupid. I should have sold all of this because apparently, I could make $1,000 on all of this stuff secondary. But that's not the spirit of Boxing Day. We're trying to. I'm going to open them anyway. Maybe I should have sold the cards, but if nobody's seen what the cards look like yet, I'm willing to make that sacrifice for my fellow toy collectors here, just so you can see what it is like. But if you want to appreciate that sacrifice, if you could do me a favor and hit that like button, if you like this video, this special Boxing Day video, and hit the subscribe button so you can see future episodes of Geek Dad Life. We do just normal Geek Dad Life, which is usually just me. And then if I have one of my friends on, it's usually titled something else, but still Geek Dad Life show. One of those is Toy Geeks, where we talk toys every single Sunday at 9 p.m., usually this time slot. And then Toy Geeks will be happening this week. I don't know the specific day yet. Maybe Wednesday night, maybe Thursday night. But that will be happening, and John and I will be sharing our predictions for what toys are going to get released in 20. Oh boy, Baker's pretty tall. I have to back up the camera a little bit here, get them all in shot. In 2022, what we think is going to come out in 2022. I don't know how I'm going to get all the Horde guys in frame. It's too many toys. Let's see. Keep going. Put them all. I'll bring them. Just do some trickery here. Stack them up a little bit. Put Grizzlor here, maybe. Then move Hordak over a little bit. And boom. There you have it. And yeah, so I think now that I finally opened them, it's we first found these out in the summer before PowerCon. At the end of year, finally having these things open, I think they look awesome. And for that original, what I paid for them, which was the original retail price was like $260, well worth it. But for those that, and I feel bad for those that are going secondary prices on these. I don't know if they're, I don't think they are. I don't think they're worth whatever those price tags are, especially because I really hope most of these figures will see the light of day as a normal retail release in some form or fashion. So that's my final thoughts here. And let's see, just going here through the chat. Jay, what Motu Origins do you most want for 2022? I don't know. Maybe it'll be in my predictions for 2022 on the next version of, or next episode of Toy Geeks. Gray Fox Puzzle Dad Life. I love that. Let's see. Ring that bell. Exactly. So don't miss out on live streams for sure. Let's see. Jay found you through YHS and Love Your Show. Thank you so much, Jay, Andrew. Love the YHS crew. Love hanging out with them whenever I get the chance. So I may actually hang out with them in real life, in person, this coming weekend, which would be awesome. Definitely jelly. Don't be too jelly. There's I'm sure there's plenty of things that you have, Mecha Manblade, that I would like to have as well. More hidden art in the Horde box behind the throne pick. Uh, oh, like I guess do I pull it out? That's what she said. Good Lord. I guess I could. Oh, yeah, look at that. More secrets. Secrets of the arts. Boom. Wow, look at that. You have to stay till post credits to see that. Looks awesome. Wow, we got the dungeons and everything. Look at that. God, okay. They really did do a good job. Exactly. It's pulling out. I know. God,
That's what she said.
There's so many. There's so many tonight. So yeah, again, the packaging for that's awesome. It's so freaking cool. They just did a really good job across the board. Again, for whatever, I don't know how they arranged those prices, whether you got Mattel Creations or PowerCon originally. They were really reasonable. And again, I think if you missed out on them, most of these sculpts I assume will show up at regular retail at some point in time. And I agree. Definitely an art book for sure. But yeah, all right. I think that will do it. Again, thank you everybody for joining me for this special first ever Unboxing Day edition of Geek Dad Life. Make sure to hit that like button. Again, hit the subscribe button. John and I will be on later this week. I also have my end of the year toy room tour. So the past couple years, I've done it on December 31st. This year will be no different. So if you want to see my latest look at my office, toy room, whatever you want to call it, definitely stay tuned for that. That'll be the 31st. I'll drop that. Maybe Ralph and I do a Screen Geeks as well. But tons of stuff to come this week. So again, make sure to hit the subscribe button and that bell icon. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Fun hanging out with you today. Hope you have a great rest of your holidays. And until next time, hasta luego and goodbye.